10 cars for 25 laps for the Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds. Our Bennett GM Chevrolet Pace truck pulls the infield. We are ready to go racing. Off of turn 4, the green flag will fly, and we are underway. Big lock up there for the 42 of Steve Murdoch down into turn 1 and 2, but at the front of the field, the 7 of Quinton Murdoch trying to get the advantage on the 5 of Jason Keene. Keene to the bottom, Murdoch to the top. Side by side for the race lead as lap number 1 will go to the 7 of Quinton Murdoch. Still side by side for 2 rows deep as Murdoch and Keene go side by side down all the way back into 3 and 4. Keene slides up the racetrack. Keene drifts up just a little bit. That's going to slide the 7 of Murdoch up a lane. That's going to open up the bottom groove now for the 15 of TJ Marshall. Now Marshall and Murdoch side by side for that 2nd and 3rd spot now. Murdoch now just trying to hold on here as he's going to try to slide in line down behind the 15 of Marshall. Right in front of the 8 of Ricky Willigar as the top 5, 6, 7 cars single file here. As the 5 of Jason Keene continues to lead, but TJ Marshall all over the back bumper of that 5 car. Marshall, no stranger to victory lane here at Flamboro Speedway. He found it a couple weeks ago in the Hank Frank season opener for the Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds. So we'll see if he has anything for the 5 as the 5 of Jason Keene slips up the racetrack just a little bit. That's going to open up the bottom lane for the 15 of Marshall. Marshall's going to dive down to the inside, side by side for the race lead as Marshall takes it off of turn 2. New race leader, the 15 of TJ Marshall. Marshall's going to bring along a train of cars with him as now the 7 of Murdoch and the 8 of Willigar get around the 5 of Keene as Keene slides in line behind the 8 of Murdoch, the 8 of Willigar, right in front of the 1 of Mike Pod. Front of the field, the 15 of TJ Marshall continues to lead, but he's only got about a half car length lead over the 7 of Quinton Murdoch. Murdoch found victory lane in feature number 1 a couple weeks ago. So those are 2 winners here early on. Basically all 3 of our winners so far this season for the Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds are running in the top 3. Marshall leads, Murdoch in 2nd, 3rd the 8 of Ricky Willigar, then a few car lengths back to the 5 of Jason Keene, then the 1 of Mike Pod. 84 of Jeremy Barton runs in 6th. 7th is the 14 of Scott Tonelli. 8th, the 42 of Steve Murdoch. 9th, the 57 of Joey Wolseley. And then the 2 of Jesse James. Leaders work on lap number 9 here as Marshall still cannot get away from the 7 of Murdoch. Willigar seems to have tightened that car up again as well in feature number 2. That car doesn't seem to quite have the bite it had coming off of problems with the 7 of Murdoch. Murdoch pulls to the inside off of turn 2. Not sure if that car's out of power. Looks like Murdoch will get that machine refired. Not sure what happened there, but off of turn 2, that 7 of Murdoch just died. Willigar in the 8 car was all over the back bumper, gave him a little shove, and then Murdoch just had to pull to the inside. Not sure exactly what happened to Murdoch, but he regathers and continues on here. He's going to slide all the way back to the 7th spot now, so keep an eye on the 7 of Quinton Murdoch. We'll see if he can pick up any more spots here as our leaders work lap number 12 of 25. Halfway home this time by for our race leader, the 15 of TJ Marshall. Ricky Willigar now with that bit of a bobble from the 7 car. He's got about a 6-7 car length gap now to the 15 of TJ Marshall. And then it's another 6-7 cars lengths back to the 5 of Jason Keene. And then the 1 of Mike Pod, the 84 of Jeremy Barton, 14 of Scott Tonelli, all tucked up nose to tail here as they go back down into turn 1 and 2. Marshall continues to lead. Ricky Willigar in 2nd. Then the freight train of cars from 3rd on back as Jason Keene leads that pack. But Mike Pod is really trying to dive underneath that 5 machine as Pod takes a peek to the inside off of turn 4. Can't quite keep the power down as that car tends to wiggle loose just a little bit. But he's got to stay on the defensive as well, as the 84 of Jeremy Barton is right there as well, looking to capitalize on anything that happens to either cars in front of him. They're going to work around the 57 of Joey Wolseley here as they put lap number 17 on the board. Laps are quicking away here for the Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds. Tonight's race sponsored by Sabera's Engineering for the Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds. Young Drivers Canadian Vintage Modifieds also want to give a shout out to a few of their sponsors: Sherwin-Williams, Kingsbury Packaging, Touchwood Cabinets, Grisdale Racing Products, Inside Track, Donkers Family Feed and Grain, Epic Raceware, just to name a few here, as they continue to put laps on the board. 5 laps to go for our race leader, the 15 of TJ Marshall. Marshall in that Swears Custom Painting sponsored entry. He's opened up about a straightaway or a half straightaway lead over the 8 of Ricky Willigar. Then still that battle for the 3rd and 4th spot is still on as Jason Keane holds that spot now, but Mike Pott is all over the back bumper of that 5 car here as they work off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. This time around, they're going to see the 22 laps go up on the board. We'll give you a full field rundown. 15 of TJ Marshall leads. 2nd, the 8 car of Ricky Willigar. 3rd, the 5 of Jason Keane. 4th, the 1 of Mike Pott. 5th, the 84 of Jeremy Barton. 6th, the 14th of Scott Tinelli. 7th, the 7 of Quentin Murdoch. 8th, the 42 of Steve Murdoch. 9th, the 57 of Joey Wolseley. And problems with the 2 of Jesse James as that car pulled off to the infield. Lap 22, now going to be lap 23 on the board. 24 this time by. The white flag is in the air. One more trip around for the 15 of TJ Marshall. He's still got that healthy advantage over the 8 of Ricky Willigar. He's going to come down the back straightaway for the final time into turn 3 and 4. One last time. Off of turn 4, the checkered flag is going to fly. Feature win goes to the 15 of TJ Marshall. 2nd will be the 8 of Ricky Willigar. 3rd will be the 5 of Jason Keane. 4th will be the 1 of Mike Pott. And rounding out the top 5, the 84 of Jeremy Barton. We're going to head on down to Quick Victory Lane and grab a word with our feature winner, the 15 of TJ Marshall. Down here in Quick Victory Lane, an all too familiar spot. For the race winner here, the 15 of TJ Marshall. Climbing from the car, fans, put your hands together for your feature winner, the 15 of TJ Marshall. We'll grab a word here with TJ here. TJ, you were able to get out front, hold on to the race lead. How is this 15 car working for you guys here tonight?
Great on the short runs. It's maybe lacking a little on the long runs, but no, it was good. Jason Keane was in the 5 car. I don't know if how many of you fans know who he is. He's won many championships with this club. He's a damn good racer. I know it's his first time in one of these cars in a long time, but credit where he's due. He ran well. Ricky, he was having carburetor issues all last week. I think he won the night, so good for him.
I know you got a lot of stickers on this car. Who do you want to thank for getting this 15 car to Victory Lane here for you guys tonight?
So it's Sabera's Engineering Group. They were our nightly sponsor. Got to thank them. Young Drivers is our corporate sponsor. They do a lot for us. Epic Victory Lane. They give the flags, the Victory Lane, all our apparel, our swags in the at the main grandstands. Don't forget to buy some. Then the rest of my sponsors: Swears Custom Painting, Sabera's Engineering Group, Riverside Heating and Air, Flamboro Machine Shop, Creative Edge Signs and Graphics, Shelby Roofing and Sheet Metal.
There you go, fans. How about a round of applause for your feature 2 winner, the 15 of TJ Marshall. I know they're going to get some pictures here. We'll grab a quick word here with the 2nd place runner, the 8 of Ricky Willigar. Ricky, you couldn't quite get there. How was this car? And I know you guys had some little loose off of turn 4 and feature number 1. How was it working in feature number 2?
she's working pretty good still. A little slick, like you said, but kept her going pretty good. And yeah, TJ's just super fast and super consistent. So he's like one of the best. So trying to get to him one day.
One day. Fans, how about a round of applause for your second place finisher, the 8 of Ricky Willigar?